Hello everybody and welcome back to Gameweek 2 of the Slater and Gordon Premiership, here live from the Lee Westwood Sports Centre at Nottingham Trent University. My name is Charlie McClellan and I'm joined by Hannah Hindley to bring you a fantastic game between Villa Rockets and West Brom Throstles. Nothing to separate the two sides in terms of points in the table so far, 6 apiece. Villa fresh off of a big win this morning over Muscle Warriors. Throstles with their first game of the weekend. Hannah, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. It'll be an interesting time to watch the bottom of the table.
Yeah, both of these sides will, I guess, back themselves to be clear of the relegation conversation, but sort of a mini table forming in the middle of the league already.
Yeah, I've been Russell for once to try and avoid playoffs again.
Yeah, after the stress of that last season, they definitely will not want that. As we'll go through the starting lineups for both teams. So for Villa, it's Hamza Madir in goal, although he plays a more forward position. It's actually Amir Ali who sits between the goalposts traditionally. Rosie Hodgson plays on one wing, Dave Lewis on the other. As they link up just there. Hodgson strikes at goal. Saved by Amy Lee Julian, who's playing in the middle for Throstles. Regan Kemp in the pink goalkeeper shirt. The two wingers, Amy Wharton and Abby Bolt.
And it's our first corner of the game to Villa Buckets.
An early corner for Villa to be taken by Rosie Hodgson, who's got a wicked corner delivery. Very powerful and accurate. Best attributes.
Maybe dummy.
Ball in towards Dave Lewis, who puts it away early on.
I think that was an unfortunate bounce for Throstles. Do you look like it has it covered?
Yeah.
But it seemed to go over a bumper.
Yeah, it just bounced between the two. Really unfortunate for West Brom Throstles, but they've conceded, and that's the start Villa would have been looking for.
Yeah.
They've grown into the season so far. They started off, Villa Rockets, with a difficult opening day. They were performances that were not anywhere near the level that they were hoping for.
But they have got 3 new players.
Yeah, they've got 3 new players and playing a new system, and they're trying to be really brave with it, and I respect that and I rate that. And listen, the second half of the season, there's still a long way to go for Villa.
Yeah. There's still 3 more weekends after this. And that's a 2-1 Villa ball.
So here's Hamza Madir to take this central kick, blocked by Amy Wharton. Now Dave Lewis
Out to Moody.
plays it into the reverse of Rosie Hodgson, who just smacks it towards goal, blocked by Amy Lee Julian. Villa reset, playing very well here. They've started this game with real intent, Villa. Kind of attacking attempt we love to see from them.
I can't discussion between Ali and Hutchinson about the set piece.
Trying to work this.
The gap at the end of the box, all of it was well covered.
Here's Amir Ali. Gets the flick, does well.
Bad Dave. Good thing for Julian.
Throstles work it out really well. Now Wharton up against Madir.
She just needed a bit more power on that ball out.
Very well worked. Amy Lee Julian picks the wrong pass. Should have played, maybe extended the court, played out towards Abby Bolt.
But they come away with a kick in. A bit of miscommunication there between Watson and Lee Julian.
Yeah, obviously. It's a great day for females in Powerchair Football. We've got Abby Bolts, Amy Lee Julian, Amy Wharton, Rosie Hodgson on the court, Nikki Baker on the bench. Obviously, Hannah Hindi on commentary.
Throstles just need one more girl and they could field the whole female team.
Maybe you need to transfer there next summer, Hannah.
No.
No, I wouldn't. You're too important to Muscle Warriors. Abby Bolt to take this kick in. Back to Amy Lee Julian, who fires a shot, I think, at goal. Blocked by Hamza Madir.
That wasn't gone in the middle.
Yeah, it was accurate. It was a very ambitious effort from Amy Lee Julian.
Ball over the ball. I don't think she had a lot of options. Tried to play for the corner, but keep it in. Possible twos, but making it well by Bolt. Advantage point. Double break.
Villa dangerous on the counter-attack there. Rosie Hodgson with her shot blocked. Dave Lewis to take this kick in. They've been very threatening from set pieces so far.
Finds the gap between Julian and Kemp.
Corner ball.
Taken by Lewis. These didn't make the move.
I think he's got enough space. In towards Bubba. Cleared by Kemp on the first attempt and the second. Now back across by Dave Lewis.
That was great position by Morton just to restrict the space of Ali. Contact, but by a wave.
Well dealt with by Amy Wharton. Rosie Hodgson now engaging the challenge. Kick in for Throstles.
Play down the line. Out by Hutchinson. Another kick in. Out to Bolt.
Picked off well by Hodgson.
Out to Lewis on the wing. Attacking, kicking for Miller.
Lewis, saved by Amy Lee Julian.
Out to Hutchinson. And Lewis shot one on there. They did got the play back.
Rosie Hodgson really trying to force it through. Well defended in the end.
Out to ball play back to be kept intercepting by Madir.
Dave Lewis against Amy Wharton. Hodgson.
Want to intercept. We're a minute back. It started to fall into a pattern of Throstles intercepted and Miller winning it that that straight away. So no, I do it. I'll just
Could be a substitution for Throstles. Tom Donaher on for Amy Wharton. I was surprised that Tom Donaher didn't start this game, especially given the impact he'd been making in previous games. I think Amy Lee Julian's going to end up wide. Tom Donaher playing in the centre. But, wow.
being kept possibly for our system.
Yeah, I think they'll try and get Tom Donaher involved as much as they can. Here's Amy Lee Julian.
With a kick in deep in the corner. Point to be kept intercepted by Lewis. And that'll be Bill Ball.
Hamza Midir.
We got Lewis down the line and Hutchinson centre. Nice idea by Lewis, but Hutchinson was never gonna get there.
Donaher.
Intimidated, protest out to Lewis.
Hamza Midir breaks nicely for Abby Bolt, but she can't quite get it back to Regan Kemp, and now Villa may be able to counter-attack. Rizzy Hodgson fires it against the chair of Bolt. I would like to maybe see her go with more disguise than power.
And that might be a corner to Throstles. Or a kick in.
Kick in, but right up in the
Corner.
corner, yeah. Good chance. Kemp. Ball across, blocked by Midir.
That was nicely disguised.
Now it's Abby Bolt. She's up against Dave Lewis, just trying to get that flick down the line. Lewis does well to show in field and then win it back, and he now has quite a lot of space ahead of him if he can drive into it, which is what he's going to try and do. It will be a Villa kick in.
Game of Kemp.
Well won by Dave Lewis. Probably wasn't as high up as they've ended up getting it, but
Yeah. I know it's been moved to the edge of the box.
I'm glad to see that. Lewis. Trying to dummy it through. Probably some quite heavy contact in there, but game's allowed to play on. That was a 2-on-1 between Hodgson and Ali.
I bet Fossil will be relieved by that decision. Trying to take into Kemp. Intercepted by Miller. Now they break. Possible to Miller ball.
So Villa yet to go to that bench. It's 3 strong. Bobby Allen, Nikki Baker and Kieran Burns. Hamza Midir.
Is that doing?
Oh, onto the reverse of Dave Lewis.
That was a good chance if he took that the way he wanted it.
Donaher. Tries to find the reverse of Abby Bolt. Unlucky. Throstles just really struggling to play out. Hodgson strikes at goal, blocked by Kemp. Good
Um,
power from Hodgson.
Another kick is in the corner. Maybe it's Ali.
Dave Lewis strikes at goal. Again, Kemp's just proving an obstacle that Villa are really struggling to get round.
I don't know if they were overthinking it. Like, maybe that ball from Ali. Dave should bumper it. Because that miss it for Julian puts Throstles under pressure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think Villa are just trying to find unique ways to break down this Throstles defence. Kemp especially has been very solid so far. Tom Donahoe.
Miller with another set piece in the Throstles half. With 4 minutes left.
Madeira.
Another kick is taken by Nate Lewis. Yeah, Murray on Hutchinson on the far side. Go back to Madeira. Well restricted by Bolt. The Throstles ball.
3 minutes remaining of this half. Lee Julian. Kemp.
Bolt. Julian pressures. A little bit good out for a goal kick. Taken by Madeira. You got 3 different options before you giving them a lot of space. Throstles still attacking. Bolt to Julian. Broken up by Madeira. Hutchinson and Ali need to be careful.
Oh, that's going. Oh, wow. So close.
Yeah.
Much better from Throstles, much improved play, and then just deflected off the bumper of Dave Lewis, I think, towards his own goal. It was just spinning and for a second time completely stopped.
That's what it looked like. It looked like it came over.
Yeah, it hits the post in the end, goes out for a corner.
Nobody worried about that.
Oh, Amy Lee Julian again blocked on the line. Throstles really going for it in this final few minutes of this half, and you have to ask, where has this been? As Dave Lewis is pushed through by Tom Donahoe. He's not happy, but his game is told to play on. With Donahoe wide. Just driving around the ball, tries to flick it back. Lewis gets a shot, Bolt, but now there's a chance for Hodgson, one-on-one.
And that goes wide.
Should be disappointed with that, Rosie.
I think with her appearance from that distance, you need to at least get the goalkeeper something to think about. Goal kick.
Donahoe.
Kemp intends to pick off. and the Monday people and kept. Now we have to support on both sides. We will keep the ears. Fashion and putting very narrow, but it working. Who do you think will be happy going into our time?
I think Villa, purely because they're winning, so I think that is obviously the aim of the game, and
Yeah.
they have dominated for probably 15 minutes of this half, but the last 5 minutes have been very good from Throstles.
Yeah. And that'll be a free kick, probably one of the last plays of this half.
Yeah, so this will be, I think, the last action of the half. Hamza Midir into Hodgson, who spins all the way around. It just comes flying towards the commentary box. And that's half time. So at the break, Villa leading, but it's a narrow lead, 1-0, and there's still a chance for Throstles to get back into it. Promising signs in the last 5 minutes of the half. We'll be back for the second period shortly. So we're ready to go for the second half here between Villa Rockets and West Brom Throstles. The first half was very evenly matched. Villa probably dominating for 10 to 15 minutes, but then the last 5 minutes, Throstles came on really strong. They hit the post, but Villa's goal within 90 seconds is enough to see them in the lead so far. Dave Lewis, the scorer from a set piece. I'm still joined by Hannah Hindley. Hannah, what did you make of that first half?
I think Lewis edged it at the beginning, but Bottles go into it.
I agree with that assessment completely.
And I wonder if Bottles can keep the intensity.
Yeah, that's what they need to do, just keep it going. This Rosie Hodgson just tries to smash it through.
Not one, but twice.
Yeah, I mean, you could often find a gap does appear on the second try, which I guess is why she was going for it. Two on one.
Ali and Lewis, I think.
Yeah, that's nice. That relieves the pressure for Throstles. Allows them to potentially mount an attack of their own. So both sides unchanged from the end of that first half. Amy Wharton did start the game, but was replaced by Tom Donaher. As Hodgson has a strike at goal. Makes it past Kemp, which is a rarity in this game, but Donaher this time there just fit to make the block.
Lewis tried to force it over, but it disallowed as the ball wasn't moving, so play will be resumed by a set ball.
Correct. Probably the right decision from
Yeah.
the referee. It was firmly locked between those two chairs, that ball.
Yeah, he went right over it, so he had a good move.
Lewis.
Get the better of Kemp. And then trying to drive it again. What?
Dave Lewis. Some contact in the box.
Possible free kick. Yeah, so it will be a bottomless ball on the edge of the box.
Yeah, contact given against Dave Lewis. I think probably you often see the game played on in that situation, but if there was a foul in there, it probably would.
Medea and Kemp, the two designated goalkeepers, fouling, intercepted by Julius. Awarded to Miller, Captain Julius.
Medea. Donaher.
2-1, and it'll be a Miller ball. Both Throstles playing for 88 metre of a jump.
Hamza Medea. Is that over this free kick?
So we will go straight to Kemp. And that by Bolton Julius combining well.
Yeah, they're doing better in the attacking sense, Throstles. They just can't quite carve out that opportunity to level the score, but they're doing all they can. Hamza Medea in towards Dave Lewis. They're a very defensively solid side, Villa.
Yeah.
Really tough to break down at times. Kemp. Amir Ali spins and strikes at the near post.
Welcome back to the ball.
Amir Ali, Dave Lewis, Regan Kemp.
Oi, Hutchison and Bolt. Oh, get the better of that one.
Good pass from Abby Bolt. Amy Lee Julian fires at goal, blocked by Hamza Madir. Still with Throstles. Again, Madir called into defensive action, does well. A kick in for Villa. Alleviates some of the pressure.
Yeah, and Marshall can't seem to find the threatening ball. The match of possession in the middle half, but they can't seem to really threaten.
Madir.
Lewis into the defending pair for Brussels. And they get the better of that one. Take it on Madir. They'll lightly overrun the ball. And it's a Villa kick in the corner.
Kick in taken by Lewis.
Out to Lewis again. It almost hasn't got very dribble.
Pardon?
It almost hasn't got very dribble.
Yeah, I think that's a tactic being employed by Villa to just stop the counter-attack from Throstles. Just making it really dribbly and just bitty.
But I don't know if it's too early to start opening it up in the corner.
Yeah, arguably is.
With 12 minutes to go. Imagine playing for Army.
Amir Ali. Rosie Hodgson. 2-on-1 in favour of Throstles. Good position for them to be able to build an attack. Surprised they're not, well, we got Rosie Hodgson lurking, I guess, but maybe like to see Tom Donaher take this and Kemp get up and involved. They do need to try and find that equaliser. Kemp.
I think at a certain point you got to think, do you want to protect your goal difference or do you want to try and go for points?
Yeah, I think they should be going for points here for Throstles as Regan Kemp does well to win a kick in. They're really going for it here, Throstles. You can sense an equaliser would mean a lot to them.
Yeah. And it will mean a lot in the bottom half of the table.
Bolt. Kemp blocked by Hodgson. Flies up in the air. Doing her defensive work. Kemp. Here's Amir Ali. Sees it out for a kick in. For Throstles, right down in this corner. Bolt trying to win something off Amir Ali. Now into the penalty area, Abby Bolt. Flicked, it's out for a kick in. The Throstles. Abby Bolt. So it's kicking. Hannah Hindley has now left us. She's got to go and prepare. She's got a game next, so got to go and get ready for that. Thank you to her for her contribution. Kick in for Throstles. Blocked again by Ali. Amy Lee Julian. Amir Ali drives down the court, does very well to get round Regan Kemp, who is making a attempt to recover. Contact. Ooh, which way is this gonna go? I mean, they've got to give it one way. If anything, I think it was, against Amir Ali, probably the correct decision. He's sort of quite bullish in there, trying to get into the penalty area. You can understand why. When you get that close to goal, you're trying to drive the ball home, but yeah, Kemp and Donahoe are in more defensive positions. Felt like they were the ones getting hit. Here's Lee Julian. It's not ideal, that, but wins a kick in, so it does well to recover after the first touch sort of let her down a bit. Kemp leads into the pick-off. Comes Medea. Amy Lee Julian. Well cleared by Kemp. Now Lee Julian chasing the ball. Medea, who's just taken up a much deeper starting position in this second half, I guess is a sign of wanting to see this game out. But that Villa haven't been able to put the squeeze on Throstles as much in an attacking sense. Kick in for Villa Rockets out on the left. Still no changes from Villa in this game, which is surprising to me. Felt like they may have looked to bring on Bobby Allen, for example, off the bench, but they've stuck as is. It's working so far, so I can't criticise. Corner kick. Rosie Hodgson's going to take this. Mentioned already, she's got a very good corner delivery. Set piece delivery from Rosie Hodgson is the main reason why Villa have got their slender advantage in this game. Hodgson, dummied by Ali, cleared by Donahoe. Amir Ali. Substitution for Villa, so it will be Rosie Hodgson who's replaced by Bobby Allen. Good performance from Rosie Hodgson. I felt like she played well, just needed to maybe disguise what she was going to do a couple of times. The shots was powerful but blocked frequently by Regan Kemp, particularly in the first half, but her set-piece delivery may be the difference between winning and losing in this one. As here's Amirali in towards Bobby Allen. Would like to see him engage the strike in a different way. Maybe with the full spin. Bobby Allen, who's been in and out of Powerchair Football recently. Here's Bolt. Lee Julian. Bolt. Good play from Throstles. Bolt still keeps hold of it too. Looks to play it back. Bolt with a great pass. Oh, Kemp can't quite get onto it, and Bobby Allen does well to defend. So Throstles kick it. 3 minutes, or 3.5 minutes remain. The game still on a knife edge, just one goal in it. Throstles really now pressing to try and get that equaliser. It's with Regan Kemp. Bit of a miscommunication between Bolt and Kemp there. Medea. Kemp in towards Amy Lee Julian, gets the front bumper on it. Medea gets clear 2-on-1 in favour of Villa, which helps to alleviate some of that pressure. Medea. Not what Dave Lewis was doing, but saved by Bobby Allen, who does very, very well to pick it off back towards him. And then Dave Lewis with a great piece of dribbling to get round Kemp on the first attempt. Kemp does well on the second time. Really robust challenging between the pair, and then the ball breaks loose towards Abby Bolt. Kemp. Amy Lee Julian. Ends up on the other side. Amirali does very well to win the kick in. 90 seconds or so remain. And that may have been the last attack for Villa Rockets. Kemp. Bolt. Under a minute remains, but this is a dangerous area for them to have the ball. Regan Kemp. Goal kick. So just 30 seconds remain. Hamza Medea into Dave Lewis. Regan Kemp. Kick in for Regan Kemp. Out here on the left-hand wing, there's not really much he does with it, but has a second opportunity to engage. This will be the last chance you'd expect of the game. Goal kick. Frustration for Throstles number 8. This will be the last kick of the game, you'd suspect, or close to it. Hamza Madir. Cut out by Bolts. Now it's Bobby Allen. He'll just see it out. And there's full time. So Villa hold on to the lead that they took early on in that game. Despite Throstles' attempts, they couldn't find an equaliser. The game ends. Villa Rockets 1. West Brom Throstles 0. We'll be back shortly.